Hello, my name is Mayan Shah with RVMax.us, and today I have this 2017 Forest River Sunseeker 2700DS. Now this is a double slide coach. This is great for if you have kids and you just want to go hit the road and be comfortable with them. You know, it's really useful. I remember my mom, when I was smaller, she always wanted a small Class B or Class C camper, and we always had buses because my dad, like me, really likes huge buses. But these are really nice because you can get them in most parking lots with ease. And if you have kids, this is a beautiful thing. You're at the water park, you go take a break, you don't have your car to sit in, you have your actual coach. You can go make a healthier meal for them. And especially during coronavirus right now, you probably wouldn't be at a water park, but you get the picture. Now let's talk about the front of the coach a little bit. This has a 6.8 liter Triton V10 produced by Ford. And Ford, I think, has had this in production for about 20 years, maybe a couple, maybe 22 years. I don't remember exactly what year, but I know we have a 2000 model Ford F-250 with the 6.8 V10, and it's got about 200,000 miles, and we tow everything with it. It's a great truck, and this is a great engine. Now that is linked to a 5-speed transmission, and your rear wheels are what power the coach forward. I think these are some running lights you've got here, which is interesting. This is the newer Ford facelifted a version of the E450, and up top we have, you know, just a standard front cap. That is a fiberglass cap. You've got your ambers all along in the top. Now, a common area for Class C's to leak water, and where you should really focus on when taking a look at one in person, is these panels on the driver and passenger side, and this panel up underneath. It's very common for them to have water leaks in this area if people don't properly maintain them. So this one looks perfectly straight on both sides. The underneath part looks great as well. And this one's really, it's not that old, 3 years. It'll start showing up around 5 to 6 years if someone doesn't maintain it correctly. If you maintain this correctly, it will stay perfectly straight. Now down here, we do have a little dent. This could probably be taken out with a paintless dent remover, but there's a little dent there. Other than that, the body is pretty free from any damage or flaws. The decals are in good shape. It is pretty new. It's a 2017. Now this is actually equipped with 4 electric leveling jacks that are automatic. So they're push button, and they also have an automatic mode, so if you click it once, it'll automatically level itself up. Now under here, we have a 4,000 watt Awning quiet gas generator. Now this only has 31 hours of service on it. And the coach itself only has around 32,000 miles. Now right here we have a pretty decent sized storage compartment. And I like this material. Very easy to spray out with a pressure washer or a hose if you'd like. It's not very likely that it will retain any moisture. Now these are equipped with 6-gallon propane gas fired furnaces, as well as hot water heaters. The hot water heater, of course, being the 6-gallon capacity. Now this wall right here is very straight. The decals are in good shape, and incredibly, the Sunseeker and Forest River decals are not cracking at all. Those are typically the first to crack, and even on a coach this new. And these actually look pretty nice. This right here is actually your 30 amp power service connection. And then right next to it, you have a cable TV connection as well. So if your camp spot has cable TV capabilities, you can just plug right into it with ease. Now right here, we have your fuel tank fill-up spot. And then here is a nice feature that this coach has. It's a tank flush. So if you plug a water supply into it, turn that water supply on, it will flush out your sewer tank. So this is a really good thing to do to keep your sewer tank healthy and keep those sensors clean. Now down here we have our gray and black tank valve. This is where you can dump your coach. Right here is just a storage compartment, and this is actually a pass-through storage compartment. That's a decently good sized storage compartment considering that there's a big bed in the back of this coach. Now this is a city water connection. Again, if we take a step back and look at the side of this coach, there's straight walls. There's absolutely no delamination. in this respect, the coach looks brand new. Now we'll come around back. You've got LED taillights, and you also have your backup camera up top. Now this actually has a 7,500 pound towing capacity, which is 2,500 more than the standard 5,000 that we see on a lot of Class C coaches. So this has a little more oomph when it comes to towing capacity. You've also got a spare tire under there. All right, let's go check out that fiberglass roof. All right, we're up on the roof, and this actually has a one-piece fiberglass roof, which is a huge plus, especially on a Class C. Now, you've got your antenna right there. Front cap seal looks really good. I mean, there's not much to say about fiberglass roofs in general, and this one looks perfect. It's a 2017. Slide-out toppers look good. Both exhaust fans have max air vents over them. That's actually a max air fan as well, which is interesting. Got your air conditioner right here. Two other fans, one for your bathroom area, one for just your general living room area. This is kind of near your kitchen. Both have max air fans, super nice. Got your shower sunlight thing there. Rear seals look good. I mean, it's a 2017. What are you going to expect up here? Something to be bad? The only thing that would make this bad up here is if it got wrecked. And obviously that doesn't happen. This is a clean title coach. Looks really good. Toppers look fantastic. Fiberglass roof, huge plus. Max air fan vents. Roof is in excellent condition. By the way, notice the little duct. You've got ducts on you've got four of these on each corner of the coach. So your rainwater doesn't just come down the side and leave streaks and get on your head when you walk out the coach. Super nice. All right, now we're on the passenger side of this coach. Now this has a 2-inch thick gel coat siding on both sides, and like I've mentioned before, they're perfectly straight. They look brand new. Now this is your second slide out, which essentially extends your bed in your bedroom area to allow you to have a really nice size bed, even in a small Class C, while it has all the other great amenities and great space for living. Now right here is the other side of that pass-through storage compartment. It looks like you've got a tarp or a cover for this thing right here. Goes with the coach. Now right here you have the regular inlet to your fresh tank, so if you just want to fill your water tank, you can just plug into it right there. And this is another storage compartment. Let's find out what's behind here. All right, so that looks like your water pump, and it is equipped with a water filter as well. Looks like your tanks are up top. Now, this is an electric patio awning, and it is equipped with a gorgeous looking LED strip. It also provides a good bit of lighting, and the porch light is also an LED. That's really nice, or it's multiple LEDs actually. I've got mini outlets out here. So you got one for like a carport cable, and then two standard outlets. This is the outlet for your furnace. Now this right here is your propane tank. Actually, take the back, it's not your propane tank. This is a storage compartment. The propane tank is the next one over. All right, so this is actually a propane connection. So you can have a grill out here, you can quickly plug it into your coach, and that is a nice little feature right there. Now this is your propane tank, and that is a 9.8 gallon propane tank. This is a side camera right here, and this actually has side cameras on this side and the other side that completely eliminates your blind spots. That's a nice feature to have on a Class C. You don't see it that often. It's a good looking coach. Let's go ahead and get on the inside. I think we've covered what we need to cover out here. Oh, and that reminds me, it's like right when I want to end a certain clip, all the important things that I should have said from before pop into my head. One of them being, this thing has outside speakers, and obviously huge plus, especially if you're into tailgating or just hanging out with some music in the background. Now let's go on the inside. All right, we're inside the coach now, and with two slides, it really has a good bit of space, especially for a 27-footer. And it has this great linoleum type floor. even up on the slide out as well, makes it really easy to keep it clean. Now, to my left, your right, we have a gorgeous little couch. It has like a faux leather, and I know this stuff is a lot more durable than some of the competitors out there. I'm not going to name the brands. Now, this is a jackknife as well, so all you do is pull this, and it'll jackknife out, and you can sleep someone, an adult there, pretty comfortably, or two kids if you'd like. Now, up here, we have our Jensen Radio, and we have all the remotes. So you have a remote for your Jensen, and this also controls your outside speakers. So like I mentioned, you've got those outdoor speakers. You can be out there jamming. You can be watching TV if you plug a TV in out there, and it's a great tailgating coach. Now, it does have Bluetooth, which is really nice. It's got something called App Ready, and it has a USB and a standard AUX input, and of course, it is a radio at the same time, AM, FM. Now, all the lights are LED in this coach, and up front, you've got this pretty large Vizio TV. That's probably about a 45 to 50-inch TV right there. That's a smart TV. I really like this entertainment center up here. Most Class Cs do not have large TVs, and I really like the design and the fact that this does have a large TV. And because you don't have your, some of them have like a bed over here, you have other accommodations for beds that are very large. You can easily get down into your cab area and also have a fantastic entertainment center. Also, check out the wood up there. Really like it. Great touch. The woodwork is a 10 out of 10 for a Class C. I'm not comparing this to other coaches out there. Compared to other Class Cs, I would give this a 9 or 10 out of 10. There are some Jaycos out there that have nice woodwork, but this is some really good wood. Some of the finishes here aren't like the super highest quality, but the actual panels that you're going to be interacting with, there's our camera bag by the way, are excellent, and the design is great. They call it like a home style wood. That's what the manufacturer calls it anyways. Now this right here is a gorgeous U-shaped dinette area, and this does turn into a bed, and you can even take this out as well if you want to do, and you have to take it out anyways to make it into a bed, but what I'm saying is you can take this whole thing out so you can just use it as a couch if you'd want. But it's a gorgeous thing. Notice the cup holders. By the way, there's 3 cup holders on that couch on the other side of the coach, and there's one there on this side. I like that a lot. By the way, all the LED lights that I mentioned, most of them, you can just click them like that to turn them on and off. Super easy. And they're LED, so they don't get hot like the older fluorescent lights and standard, what's it called, the filament lights. Now let's step into the kitchen area. Now you've got a little mini L is what I'd call it, and you have this nice little extension here. So let's see how this works. Okay, I see how it works. Yeah, so there's 2 little things that come out, but you can imagine you got a lot more counter space with that included. There's 2 arms that fold out, and I'm not going to go in and I'm not going to show that to you, but you can see, get the idea. It's an easy little mechanism to operate. Right here, you've got a little stainless sink. Very modern shape. I like it. With a cover, so if you can increase your countertop space for cooking, you can. Now here is a trash can with access on the other side to empty it, but you can quickly throw things away. Very nice if you imagine. You've got your cutting board here. You got some ends off of some onions or something. You just throw it in the trash, quick and easy. And that actually houses a pretty large trash can. Right here we have a 3-burner gas stove made by Suburban. So you can fold this back. Okay, so this folds like that. Nice. So you can see the outputs are pretty large here. A lot of them, the older coaches especially, have really tiny little burners. It's kind of cute. But this one does not. Neat backsplash. This is like a stick-on backsplash, but it looks professionally done, and it was. Down here, you've got an oven, a super rare commodity. Don't get to see this often like that. And you do have a microwave up top. Nice. You got a little fan. You got a light. Now, we're going to talk about the refrigerator and stuff. We're going to talk about it right now. I was going to go and flow into the bedroom, but we'll talk about it now. So right here, you've got standard refrigerator. And I like how the fact that the wood goes with the rest of the coach. It's not finished in like a cheap plastic like a lot of them are. You got your wood on here, goes well. Now this runs off of either electric or propane. Up here you have your main control panel, so you can start your generator right here. So there it is, it's running now. It's got 38 hours on it. That's not even broken in. Now this has an Atwood 6-gallon hot water heater, which is claimed to be even better than the traditional style 10 and 12 gallon propane fired hot water heaters. I don't know how true that is. This is what it says on the brochure if you look into the brochure. So you actually have an electric element in there as well. You got your water pump. It does have an Arctic pack, so all of your tanks are fully enclosed, as well as your batteries. And this Arctic pack will heat all your tanks too, which is really nice. Living room light controls, kitchen light controls, and then your one slide-out control here, and then there's another slide-out control in the bedroom area. Oh yeah, lots of space in here too. So these are all adjustable shelves. Mini drawers down here, and these sliders feel really good, high quality. Got a little mini wardrobe in here. More drawer space here. Now that's right here is like a separation little thing, so you can pull it and close off the rest of the coach from your main bedroom area. You got a little sink here, some power outlets. I should have mentioned earlier, there's like a USB hub that has like 4 or 5 USBs up front. Some space back there behind the mirror. Now this is your bathroom area here, so you've got your toilet, and you can open your shower area, you can see. Now, this thing has quite a large living room area, and quite a large kitchen area and living space and entertainment, and especially for a Class C at 27 feet. But guess what? I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. If you have 27 feet, you can't have everything that a 45-footer has. So right, you have this 27-footer. It's really easy to drive around. It's not intimidating. You can park it in a lot more places that you could park your 45-footer. This thing can get in a lot of state parks, national parks very easily. But space, unfortunately, isn't like a magic thing. You can't like magically have more space than there physically is. So it gets a little tighter on here. I mean, you just got a sidewalk around it. And you can mount a TV right here, by the way. There's power outlets and cable and all that, so you can mount a TV there. But you do have a pretty large bed, especially for a Class C. I think this looks like probably a full-size bed, maybe a queen. Yeah, a full-size bed would be a little smaller than this. This is probably a custom mattress because I think it looks like it's in between a queen and a full. I can't really tell, to be honest. There's no quick tags. Most of these RVs have custom mattresses specific to how much space they can fit, but this is a large mattress for a master bedroom in a 27-foot coach that has all this great living room space. I mean, look how much living room space I've got up here. And that's what, yeah, so like I was mentioning, to have this much space up front and, have this big U-shaped thing here, and it's only, what, 27 feet? I need to look on the brochure to see exactly how long this thing is. But what I'm trying to say is, you've got a lot of stuff going for this coach. And sure, you've got to squeeze in to get to your pretty large mattress, but once you get in your mattress, you've got a large mattress for a little Class C. And it does have 2 slides, so it does open it up in here a good bit. But I like the floors. The floor is great. The woodwork is fantastic. The amount of headspace is good. It's got ducted air conditioning, by the way. And it's got something called it's like a smart charger. So it'll maintain your batteries correctly. So if you're plugged into power, it won't overcharge them. It'll equalize them. It has different modes that it automatically does. It claims to get your battery life 2 to 3 times longer. I don't know how true that is, but that's, again, what the brochure says. And it's a nice feature to have. And like I mentioned, you do have jacks. So this is equipped with 4 electric jacks. So you can level this coach up real easy if you want to. I think with that, we're going to go hit the road with it, and I'm going to give you my feedback on how this 6.8 liter V10 and this E450 chassis on the Sunseeker really is like out on the road. All right, we're getting on the highway now on this coach, and like I mentioned earlier, it's got a 3 camera system for your surveillance, basically, and for your blind spots. Like right now, I'm signaling, and it automatically shows me my driver's side camera because I'm signaling to the driver's side. And this V10 is just such a fantastic engine. It's so smooth. I'm already up at 70 miles an hour here. No shakes whatsoever. It's got Firestone airbag or air assist, so on the suspension, and you can adjust that to your liking. What this does is it provides extra stability from this with the sway. But this chassis is fantastic. The steering is dead straight. I'm not feeling any shakes or vibrations coming through the steering. What a great chassis. Yeah, it feels very good. The engine's great too. It's got plenty of power. Oh, if you just want to stomp on it, it'll do it. And let's see the sway here. Yeah, the sway is really good for a Class C. As you saw, I was just doing that back and forth. If you do that in an older Class C, you'll be like, it'll be handling like a boat. Whereas this, I mean, it's still swaying. It's still an RV, and an X6 pulled up next to us. But it's not swaying like you would see like I said, older Class C, or maybe a cheaper, even newer, cheap Class A or something that doesn't have this ride. Ooh, and there's that X6 I was talking about. Torn about that body style. Look at this. I'm going to floor it and get in front of this guy right here. Class C's are some of the few RVs out there that you can really nearly drive it like a car. Like I said, I just got in front of that gentleman there in the Tacoma. But I just floored it and got in front of him. I'm going to get back on the highway here. There's some rattling back there. It's probably from the racks in the microwave and the oven. You can take that stuff out and significantly reduce that rattle. This thing drives really good. By the way, it's got a 55-gallon fuel tank. We're getting up to 60 miles an hour, no problem. Wow, the steering is great. And the transmission is butter smooth. I barely feel the shifts. I really like these new instrument panel from Ford. This is probably my favorite instrument panel from any Ford that I've been in, at least personally. Oh, and this thing handles so well. It's so easy to keep in here. A lot of mistakes from the older Class Cs were the sway, which this one is significantly reduced sway. And another complaint from me, and I'm sure from other people, is the steering on the older Class Cs is atrocious. You get in there and it's some of the steering on some of them is just they handle well, they drive well, but they have like this big dead spot in the center. And most, cars have that unless you get into a Porsche or a performance car or something. But not only is there this dead spot, but the coach shimmies a little bit back and forth. And this is prevalent, especially in older Class A gas coaches. But let me give you a piece of advice. It's not just the older Class A's and gas coaches and Class C's, the older ones. It's also the new ones. And I really don't want to say any names here about what coaches, but I'm thinking them right now. So this is not one of those coaches. This one drives very well, handles very well. And like I said, the sway is fantastic. But anyways, besides that, I mean, up here we've got a great cockpit. This is a touchscreen, actually, by the way. And your side and rear cameras are actually color. So that's pretty cool. You've got your Jensen Bluetooth head unit here, touchscreen, all that. You got HD radio in it. Beautiful little head unit. You got a remote control for it as well. I'm going to turn the air conditioning up here. 31,000 miles. That's no miles on a V10. Yeah, this is a beautiful driving coach. What can I say? By the way, it's got, the brakes feel good too. I mean, it's a 2017. By the way, it's got keyless entry. There's 2 fobs for the, to unlock your doors up here. I don't know what more else there is to say here. The coach drives great. You got your cruise control here on the steering wheel, kind of like the smart steering wheels from the bigger buses. Transmission feels great. Great driving coach. I'm going to stop myself from rambling here. I'm going to end this video before I bore you all to death. So if you have any more questions about this coach, call or text 866-376-5600 or 864-404-0054. Now, one thing I want to mention, and I meant to mention it when I was on the interior, and I totally forgot to do it, which kind of goes to show how bad this problem is. Not that bad. This thing has like a very, very faint smoke smell. Very faint. If you had it at a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 1, if that. Probably a 0.5. My girlfriend is sitting here behind the camera saying she can't even smell it, but we're going to ignore her for now. No, that's mean. Yes, she says she can't smell it. Me and my dad think there is a very faint smell in here. It's kind of like my dad told me, it was like, you know, if you go into a hotel room that's a non-smoker, and then you walk in there and there's like a faint smell, it smells like, and these are my dad's words, he said it smells like someone lit one up. I told him not to say that because someone might be you know, if you say you lit one up, it kind of sounds like you're lighting something else up. But we're talking about cigarette smoke here. Yeah, so there's like a really faint smell. Some people think it's there, Kaya. I mean, some people think it's not there, Kaya. Some people think there's a faint smell here. And me as the person who's trying to sell you this coach, I want to be honest and upfront about that. This is our feedback on it. Yeah, so other than that, stay safe, keep your hands clean, and stay out of groups. We need to keep this stuff calm, this coronavirus, COVID-19 stuff. And oh man, my Siri just came on. Go away. So be careful out there. Stay safe. You know, we're trying to stay safe here. And you know, as a younger person, I realize that if I get this coronavirus, it's most likely not going to do anything really bad to me. But it's about who you come in contact to, and it's about who you potentially spread it to. If you spread it to an older person, you could potentially have someone's lives on your hand. And that is a beautiful 2 Series. Wow. Wow. Sorry. I got a little distracted there. There is a beautiful, bright red BMW 2 Series. Black wheels. Looks like a caramel interior. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. We're hitting the video on that 2 Series there. Anyways, great coach here. You got the numbers. Check out the description. We'll have a link there for some stuff that's probably useful to you. Other than that, be careful. Thanks for watching.